Hi, my name is Jonathan Alexander, one of the Panthers beat writers here at the Charlotte Observer.
And I'm Elena Getzenberg, the other Panthers writer here at the Observer.
And this is Panthers Tracks, taking you on and off the field every week for everything you need to know about the team. Today, we're going to talk about what we make of this Panthers team. Because earlier in the season, it looked like they were going to have a long, tough season, perhaps make a bid for the top draft pick. But after a big win Sunday, they've got a 3-2 record and are tied for first place in the NFC South.
Then I've got the story on offensive lineman Chris Reed, who began the season on the league's COVID-19 list after testing positive and has worked his way back into the starting lineup.
All right, let's start the show. So, Elena, the Panthers have won their last 3 games, heading into their matchup with the Bears. I know I'm a little surprised, and I'll explain it to you after, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I had them going 4-12, and they're going to win more than 4 games. So I'm definitely surprised. I thought the ceiling was 5 or 6 wins, and I think they have a very good chance now of surpassing that. The 2 biggest things to me are the defense, just playing above and beyond what I expected. They're just coming together in a way I didn't think they'd be able to, especially this early in the season. But I think Mike Davis, who I didn't even think was really going to make the roster, how he's been able to fill in for Christian McCaffrey, and they've won 3 straight without the best player on the team, I would argue, has just been really impressive and just a huge surprise.
I mean, absolutely. Mike Davis has been really good, considering all that Christian McCaffrey can do in the passing game and catching the ball and running. My biggest surprise, though, was that defense. I thought this defense might be the worst in the league. I predicted the Panthers would finish 5-11 because I thought their defense was going to definitely hold them back. But, to me, the defense may have been a little bit better and they're using a lot of new guys, 4 rookies, a lot of new faces. I think they only brought back 3 starters, 4 starters. I can't remember off the top of my head, but when you look at that, that's almost a recipe for a disaster, especially with the new coaching staff and a short offseason.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, the run defense is actually still an issue. So they're going to have to figure that out. But I know, the NFC South is also not what I expected it to be. So I think we're all adjusting our predictions for that as well. I mean, they're tied for the top of the league, of course, with the Saints and the Bucks now. But I mean, if you had told me that in week 5 that they'd be tied with the Saints and the Bucks, I would have said you were crazy. So I definitely think we're all kind of taking a look back at what our predictions were this offseason.
Yeah, I would have laughed and rolled on the ground had I heard somebody say they'd be 3-2 at this point. That leads me to my next question, though. And you already said it. Do we start reevaluating the predictions of the Panthers this season? Like I said, I had them 5-11. You had them 4-12. What seems realistic now for you?
That's a good question. I hadn't really, I think 7 to 8 wins is kind of where I have them now. I do think everyone needs to remember that the toughest part of their schedule is still to come. They have to play the Packers. They have to play the Chiefs. They have to play the Saints twice. Even if they didn't look great against the Chargers on Monday night, they're still the Saints, and Michael Thomas wasn't playing. So I do think, they have some tough games ahead and a lot of still NFC South games to come. So I'm going to say in the 7 to 8 range, which is much higher than I would have thought to start the season. And who knows what this offense will look like when Christian comes back. But I'm going to go in the 7 to 8 win range, which is going to put them in a weird draft spot and not make the playoffs either. So I don't know how I feel about the outcome, but that's kind of where I have them now.
I'm thinking around 7 and 9. But, the NFC South isn't that good. The Bucks are 3-2. Tom Brady can be off sometimes. The Falcons, we can just kind of throw them out the door. Saints, they just kind of look okay. I don't know, 7 and 9, 8 and 8 might win this division. I haven't looked down Bucks schedule, but they might be competing. Panthers won the division once with the 7-8-1 record, I think, or 7-9 record once. It might be possible this year. There's no tanking for Trevor Lawrence for sure.
I do think, though, there's a possibility we see this Saints. I know they have looked not so great, especially Drew Brees, but I do think there's a chance we see them pick up some steam and start winning some games. I would be surprised if the Panthers are able to beat the Saints in either of their matchups, to be honest, just because I think that's a much more experienced Saints team. But stranger things have happened. I mean, this Panthers team's already surprising already, but I don't know. I feel like the Saints have, started rough, but I see them improving as the season goes on.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Thomas hadn't been healthy all season. But Drew Brees does look older to me. The whole team in general looks older to me. And Alvin Kamara has been has really been their top option. I just wonder if that'll come back to hurt him. But, you definitely have a good point. You got to wait to see what happens when you got your best player back on the field.
For the Panthers and the Saints.
Yeah, definitely. Panthers and the Saints. So, I'll be interested to see. I don't know what you think, but I'll be interested to see how, they work that out. The Panthers work that out when Christian McCaffrey does come back. I know, Matt Rule said, they got to find a way to get Davis in the lineup, and he showed that he deserves playing time for sure. I mean, but how do you split that up? I mean, how do you take Christian off the field when I don't understand how they'll do that unless they run two running backs in the backfield or split Christian McCaffrey out as a fourth wide receiver.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be interesting because from my perspective, you have to play, like you said, taking Christian off the field is not an option. No. If he's healthy, you're paying the man. You just gave him a 4-year, $64 million contract, which was, he's the highest paid running back in the NFL. You're not taking him off the field. You're just not. So, but you do, Mike Davis has proved he deserves playing time. So they're really going to be in a tough spot. And I think Mike Davis just isn't going to play as much as he should once Christian comes back. And I think maybe they'll do what you said. Maybe we'll see Christian a lot more as a receiver than we would have otherwise. Or Mike Davis as a receiver. He's had some good catches. So it's going to be, maybe Joe Brady will get super creative and come up with some fun stuff for both of them.
Yeah, Mike Davis is second on the team in catches. Gosh, who expected that? Maybe only Mike Davis.